Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. So I just wanted to do a quick comparison between S&P 500 high yield ETFs this evening. And I also wanted to add on Defiance's newest fund, the SPYT. So we're going to go into Seeking Alpha and do a quick chart comparison of the three to determine which one might be the best. No conclusion for sure, but which one might be the best because SPYT is so new. So if we compare the four of these to the S&P 500, so SPYT is literally only 6 days old. It's already at 0.06% in price return. Now remember, price return is without the dividend. So total return includes price return and dividend reinvested. The SPYI is up year over year 8.54% in price return only. The SPHD is up 5.11% in price return. The SPYD is up 5.76% in price return. So of these three, we would think the SPYI might be the best one. Of course, you can't beat the index, 31.37%. And then SPYT being so new. Let's see if I go back a little bit further here. Um, this takes us back to March 15th, 2021 for the S&P, August 30th for SPYI, March 15th here, March 15th here. Let's go back a little bit further. Let's just see maximum here. Okay, so the maximum, so SPYD's been around since 2015, which is 3,066 days. SPHD has been around since 2012, 4,165 days. Wow. SPYI has been around since 2022. The S&P 500, this tracks it since 1994. Obviously, it's been around longer than that. And then of these five, the newest kid on the block is 6 days old. So pretty big difference there. All in all, long term, like I always like to reiterate, you're best off investing in the index long term. Of course, this one has about 22 years on the others, or almost 30 on some of them, actually over 30 on some. Okay, so SPYD since 2015 is up 32%. SPHD since 2012, that's a pretty solid return since 2012. But let's do this. This is going to be a game changer here. So for performance, if we select total return, and this should adjust, it actually didn't adjust the S&P that much. Hold on just a second here. Let me do this again. Performance. Let me look at price return again versus total return. Okay, S&P 500, I think, stayed about the same in this one. And I'm not sure. So SPYT, okay, that stayed the same too. All right. Now these, okay, we've got 172% rate of return since 2012, and SPHD, that's why that's such a popular one. SPYD, 94.26 since 2015. Let's look over the last like 5 years here. Okay, so since 2019 for some of these 26.5, still nothing beats the index. Keep that in mind. Nothing beats the index. If we go back, this is 5 years and then 3 years. SPYI is pretty close to the index over the last 3 years. If we look at the last year, again, SPYI is our closest one to the index. Year to date, again, very close between SPYI and S&P 500. Let's look at the SPYI while we're at it. This seems to be our winner, the NEOS S&P 500 High Income ETF. Now this one, if we look at dividends, this one is got an A plus for dividend yield. It's got a D plus for expenses. Ex-dividend date was just February 21st. 50-cent dividend was the last one announced. So let's see, dividend history. We have got about 50 cents a month in this one. So this one, so 50 cents times 12 is going to be about $6 a year divided by $50.16. That's a 12% yield. Okay, so the yield's pretty solid on that one. The Defiance one, we're not sure what the yield is going to be yet. But if we just look at it just on terms of price return, we've got, let's see here. SPYT, come on, pull up. Okay, if we look at summary, literally 6 days old, right? So we were at $19.90 here. We're at 20.04, so we've gone up like 14 cents in this one. If we go back to the other view over here, we've got, we looked at SPHD. Let me do some comments here real quick. Richard King, welcome back. I know it isn't the subject of the stream, but what are your thoughts on Tesla and Tesla? Tesla hit the 14s today. I know it's pretty scary. Things get worse. Tesla to 150 to 125. So I never can quite pinpoint where a stock is going to go or the exact price that a stock is going to end up at. But thankfully, I happen to be in possession of advanced financial forecasting equipment such as the 8 ball, which helps me to figure these things out. So let's try to pinpoint an answer here. Let's hope that the advanced equipment is properly calibrated today to spit out such an answer. It says yes. So yeah, I guess Tesla is going lower. And a lot of you technical analysts out there doing your technical analysis, does that make you a technical analyst? Um, it suggests that it is going lower. And not to make light of it, but yeah, it's not looking pretty. I do still believe that Tesla will recover one day. Will Tesla recover? Like ever? Outlook not so good. Yikes. Signs point to yes. See, what we do if the advanced equipment spits out an answer we don't like, we just keep shaking it until it gives us the answer we want. Sometimes, anyway. Their website says 20%. Oh, for their AIM dividend. That's pretty good, 20%. I like that one. Absolutely. Glad you like it. I think you're right, Orion. Yeah, 20%. Let's see. Is Orion right? Will the dividend for SPYT be 20%? Let's see. Better not tell you now. Well, of course, because you don't know, do you? All right, let's ask it again. Um, it's hung up on an answer. It says, as I see it, yes. It says, as I see it, the 8 ball. So the 8 ball is not always right, but it's never wrong. Okay, back to SPYT. Thank you all for the comments. SPYT. By the way, if you all haven't heard, we do have Sylvia from Defiance coming on the channel. That's exciting. Okay, so SPYT could be a 20% dividend. So that one, that could be kind of like how a FEPI behaves, or even some of the others, like from Rec shares, where we're getting a lower dividend but more principal preservation, right? Okay, so SPYD is one we want to look at. SPYD is going to be the high dividend ETF, Spider portfolio. 5 years total, or excuse me, price return looks kind of very mediocre. But if we look at dividend history, the dividend is higher here. So if we annualize the latest dividend, 53 cents, of course, that's going to be 53 cents times 12. That's $6.36. So very similar dividend to what we just looked at on the other one, but divided by 39.45 is a 16% yield. Okay, so let's go back to charting again. Let's put SPHD, the Invesco fund, and then let's add also SPYT or SPYI. Okay, so there we go. We've got SPYD, SP500, SPHD, SPYI, and then SP. Which one am I missing? SPYI, SPHD, SPYD, SPYT, right? Huh. This is strange. It's not letting me add it now. Oh, well, I guess in fairness, we already did look at it before. Now that is strange. Why is Seeking Alpha doing this to me? SPYT. That's... Anyway, all right, well, I guess we'll just look at these three again. Select metrics. Let's see. Performance. Total return again. So I have to say, again, nothing beats the index, but SPYI comes pretty darn close. So that one would probably be, of these three, the jury still remains as far as the Defiance one, how well this one might do. But I have to say SPYI, the NEOS S&P 500 High Income ETF, that seems to be our winner. And again, if we compare that side by side just with the S&P based on performance, we've got very close. In fact, until October, they were almost mirroring each other, which is pretty awesome. To be able to do that, to be able to mirror the S&P 500 and pay out a dividend of like 12% annualized, that is pretty good. So I would have to say that one could very well be our winner. And there's our dividend there. Yeah, it's like 12%. So that's pretty awesome. All right, let me end on some comments here. And then let's see. You said planning to start Tesla position and hedge with TSLS. That's not a bad idea. Hedging with an inverse stock is fine, just not capital efficient. Yeah, agree. Unless you're in a down market, and then you can use the uh, like if you're in the SQQQ, the inverse one, you're in a down market, you can just sell that one for a gain, like in a market like 2022, and then wait for the TQQQ to recover. Tesla's so low, why bother hedging at this point? It's worth a shot. Anyway, thank you all for tuning into this one. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and join the Discord, and we will see you all in the next one, which should happen very soon, sooner than you may think. All right, take care, everyone. Good night. Bye.